This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Spartans will put total leather and we'll get started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lemon. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So USC's offense has the ball first today. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Caught in the backfield, it's Strachan. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on third down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Off the play fake on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Lemon. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keeps it on the bootleg. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
They'll run play action. Grab near the marker. It's Lemon. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Mayava. Here comes the heat. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Well, he's a matchup nightmare because of his size and his speed. It's so difficult for defenses to defend this guy. And nice job there working the post route, really accurate throw, and it ends up being a touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Michigan State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Fires on the run. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback
breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Childs. That's caught. It's Kelly. At the 35, he's open. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the Spartans have their offense in high gear. Red pass, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback, but when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, Michigan State! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Mayava. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lemon. He's able to get it out to the 25, but needed a little bit more to move the chains. It'll be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Trojans send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The hand to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Just feeds the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I think that time offensively, we're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complement at quarterback to this offense.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give to the single back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw, it's Child. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the Spartans line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Gonna run it. It's Jordan. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Got it in the middle. It's Lane. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. Unleashes one. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw, it's Childs. Pressure coming. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He got it. And, guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Lane. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Quickly out to the tight end. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
That's caught. It's Lane. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. He's got his man across the middle. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Looking back to last year, the Trojans made a midseason quarterback change. You might expect that, trying to live up to what Caleb Williams was able to do, but Jaden Mayava certainly finished strong, Jesse.
Yeah, the UNLV transfer looked really, really good, especially at the end of the year. And you know, with Lincoln Riley, one of the great QB whisperers in recent college football memory, if you're locked in and you're playing and you're seeing the field the way Lincoln Riley is seeing it and calling it, this offense is going to be unstoppable. If he does that, he is going to put up Heisman numbers.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds his man. It's Trojans. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Grabs it inside the 10. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
This offense has converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. A 3rd time would put him in the end zone. Now the play fake. Unleashes to the end zone. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many 1st downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Makes the grab. It's Kelly.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively.
Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
To throw, it's Childs. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient, make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Kelly. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it along the sideline. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Strachan. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lemon. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pulls it in. It's Strachan. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Punts it out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Here's a heat. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Man, you cannot coach this to quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone. No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses his speed to just gash the defense.
He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I tell you what, as that ball starts to get towards the sideline when they're running these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary, by this defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Lets it go to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. Bringing the heat. Looking to get it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they tacked on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's McCray. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
receiver comes in motion. To the ground with the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
The Spartans decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll try to pop the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off play action. Got a man. It's Lemon.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Fires to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Trojans will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job, big fella. You make a catch, you're a viable target for your quarterback and gain a couple yards.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Oh, they're after him. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Yeah, and it fell incomplete because you did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try the run. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around, Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. The sure hands, it's Sanders. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
They'll run play action. Makes the catch. It's Lemon. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll immediately call timeout.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
To the air on 2nd down. Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Trojans!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The give to the back. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Off play action on 1st down. Got a man. It's McCray. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. To the air, it's Childs. That's caught. It's Velling. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Content with what they have, the quarterback takes a knee. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the LA Coliseum.
The Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. Coming out with it, it's McCray. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving his guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, a guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was playing. He was throwing to Plaxico Burress, and he just kept putting the football in Plax's range, and we just couldn't stop the two of them. They went up and down the field on us all day long throwing it. If you just give your guy a chance like he did right there, I don't know if this defense can stop him.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Spartans look to keep this drive humming. He'll try the left side. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Works the middle of the field. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Spartans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying play action. He's going to run it.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
And the Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Kelly. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Spartans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go to the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
This crowd knows when to bring it. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quick completion on the out route. Touchdown, Spartans! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Here's the handoff. Fights off a defender. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this rep.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake. Under fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. To the air, it's Mayava. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
And the Trojans will punt this one away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's the pressure. Got his man. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. Give to the running back. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. And it's a fumble after that huge gain.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
And the Spartans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
The Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Childs. Makes the catch. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Catch in the middle, it's Belling. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the third time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lemon. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Back to the ground game on the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. That type of big play can even make Traveler perk up and take notice.
And, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
The give out of the gun. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Creates a little space. He's loose down the middle. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Trojans. He got a step and just dusted the field. Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he caps things off with a scintillating 68-yard scoring run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's McCray. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Right down the middle. Hauls it in. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm, but he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that, too. If he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Childs. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Lemon. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Back to pass, it's Mayava. Back open in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, and struck it. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Sanders. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Lemon.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll do it himself. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
He'll pull it on the read, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Here's the give off the left side. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Childs. Quick completion on the out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him now.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Power football with the run. And they not only knocked him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
And the Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds his man. Turning it on. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
The Spartans are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
2nd down, he'll throw it. With the catch, it's McCray. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. throw it right now so we can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Right back to the well. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And this drive feels like it's just gone on forever, right? The clock is just ticking away. The defense is aware of that. It's got to be frustrating because you just allowed another 1st down, fresh set coming up. You've got to do something to stop this bleeding.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. This drive has already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock, and now they've got it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively and try to have success on 3rd down?
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Sparty. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He'll try to tack on 1 more. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Running back searching for a hole. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Mayava. Got his man downfield. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Makes the grab. It's Lemon. And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off play action. Catch in the middle, it's Lemon. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. He has been open all day, and the key to making him a Trojan legend is to just feed him the ball.
And the key to every USC team is finding the playmakers, giving them the football, giving them a chance. If they're covered, they're open. If it's man, they're open. If it's zone, they're open. Feed those star wide receivers.
And thank goodness for those new age throwing techniques. It takes wear and tear off your arm because it ought to be tired by now over 450.
This guy can throw from all the different arm slots and arm angles he wants, Reese, but the end result is always the same. Completions and touchdowns. This dude's a machine.
They'll move the wide receiver. Gonna look downfield again. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. It's complete to the left. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Quick strike through the air for the score. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Snagged in the middle, it's Kelly. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man all by himself. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, you could almost feel the quarterback's eyes getting big on that completion. I don't think even he could believe how wide open his target was. He knew, man, if I just get this to him accurately, something really good is going to happen. That's exactly what transpired. Nice throw, nice catch, nice play.
And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Running to the left. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
On the move. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
He caught it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. The lead is still 6 after the miss.
And I like the decision to go up by more than a touchdown in the 4th quarter is the right call, but the execution doesn't come through. Now this football game is totally different. You don't have a 2-score lead. Your defense is going to have to step up for you in a big moment late in this football game.
Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Quickly complete. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the 1st down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lemon. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
This just looks like a different quarterback at this point of the game. We've seen a little bit of up and down play from him so far, but right now, lights out on this 2-minute drive. 3 for 3 so far. He's got this offense humming.
Wants to throw again. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game.
It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Spartans. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Looking for the 2-point try. Back to throw, it's Child. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Lemon. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
The Trojans have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The play-action fake. Right on the money. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
Caught over the middle. It's Straka. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. Inside the 25. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.